Hi everyone and welcome to this week's Monday Memo. Now, thought I'd take a different approach this week and I'd love to get your thoughts on it, probably shed some light on some of the things that happened, but also towards where our future lies within accounting and finance, sharing some interesting conversations with you. So I suppose, the week started with a trip over to Boston and then down to Gillette Stadium, where we were for most of the week, and I was there with a large number of sales leaders who were looking to the finance organization to help them better understand how to challenge better, make better decisions, how to construct deals better, and deliver more value to customers when constructing deals that were helping them in their transformation journeys. So it was great that sales thought they could leverage a finance team, and we were all there to try and help them better meet their objectives. And I think that's a good, strong message for other finance organizations out there as well, that the business, if you can do it in the right way, will value your inputs. And particularly if it's like as a trusted advisor, will help ask maybe difficult questions or just bring in an additional perspective to help them reach their objectives. We have that broad view of the business. We have technical expertise around things like business acumen as well, and also how to use data points to continue the conversation in a positive direction. And the great thing about being over in that area during the week was I also got to catch up with Carol Kern, a frequent poster on LinkedIn, particularly around FP&A, and you wouldn't have known that we'd spent 4 hours chatting, really enjoyed the conversation, and it was a great way to sort of bring my week there to an end. But then when I touched down back home, got to speak with another fantastic person in finance, John Sanchez. And similarly, there were so many topics we delved in and out of. I was there as part of being interviewed for his FPA Group podcast, and the topics we covered were really diverse. One of the things I thought that John brought up really well was actually asking a question on how we can incorporate sports or sports coaching into our work in finance. And I looked to the game of rugby, rugby union in particular, where obviously Ireland are going into a World Cup that's coming up, but my abiding memory of rugby is that in the team of 15 players on the field and the rest of the squad on the bench and the support staff, there's like a role for everyone in the team. No matter what shape, size, there's always an opportunity for you to bring something to the team. And I think that's the way we need to look at finance into the future. People are saying we need to move away from compliance and controllership, more towards business partnering and so on. I sort of do agree, but on the other hand, we shouldn't take our eye off the contribution that compliance and controllership makes to the more sexier or more future-orientated parts of finance. There's a lot of knowledge that we should still be able to trap and develop into more automated tools. And even another conversation, I was at a wedding yesterday, was around how are there more mistakes happening in finance now because we're not doing the checks and balances in the same way. We're not sort of, I know things are probably happening faster, but are they really more accurate? I mean, you look at the size of things like credit card fraud, where people are having their details, copied or cloned. So it's not necessarily cash that's being defrauded now, it's these credit card transactions. So they were some interesting thoughts. And then finally, when I was able to find a bit of time, I was able to contribute to a fantastic article from a commenting perspective. It was written by Salim Sufi and it was called Breaking Chains in Accounting and Finance. And it wasn't so much the article, which was brilliant, and it was just the level of engagement, because I think it hit the right notes from a resonance perspective, and the conversation going around it was absolutely fantastic. But the article I'm referring to, in terms of the main points on it, was really about preparing well for our future. I mean, Salim did a great job talking about if we're feeding the young minds coming into profession with heavy doses of the principles we were brought up with around conservatism, historical cost, objectivity, tangibility, we're probably doing more harm than good for them. Because today we're living in a world that's characterized by uncertainty, subjectivity, intangibility, and futurism. So we need to be innovative enough to bring such realities, bring to bear on them anyway, like a practical framework to create and capture value for the businesses we serve. In fact, I'm speaking at an AICPA and SEMA event next week in London, where the panel, or the person I'm actually interviewing after my keynote, is actually trialing a lot of these innovative methods in finance, and really looking forward to sharing her story as well, because I think definitely Salim is onto something here. And to his point, we do need to fundamentally shift our focus from a traditional accounting towards support and partnering those decisions. Not just talking about it and having the ambition to go after it, but actually doing it to yield some tangible results. And there are frameworks being developed out there at the moment to do that. I also thought some of the comments that were being made were really constructive. I thought there was one lovely one from an ex-auditor who said there was really no excuse for not skilling yourself for what the future holds. There's a lot of people talking about it, and that CPD should no longer be about reskilling and updating what we already know, but actually exploring opportunities that lie outside what we studied in our accounting training in universities, because it's no longer good enough just to be a CA or CPA. And whether that's acquiring skills in SQL or anything like that, or becoming better communicators, some very good points made there. And I also thought there was probably a bit strong criticism, I suppose, of the accounting bodies in universities. But bear in mind, they did develop in the second industrial revolution and play a key role for us there in terms of our current understanding. So it'd be interesting to see what comes out of this current fourth industrial revolution that people call that we're in. And again, I thought the commentary and what Salim put together was a fantastic sort of bodes well for the future, and we should be very positive about it too. So look, hope you enjoyed this different type of update for the show. If you did, would love to get your comments, good or bad, on what worked well and what could be better about it, and really appreciate you investing your time with us today. So until next time, take care of yourselves, and let's keep on building our strength in the numbers.